Hi collective, this is Tan for Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. This reading is going to be a reading for the for June. Let's see what you need to look out for during the month of June. This is for all signs, so please take the messages as they resonate. And this is like supposed to be like a future prediction reading to see what you may need to look out for in the month of June 2026, or it could be the next 30 days whenever you happen to come across this reading. So let's see what messages you need to know. That's for your highest and greatest good. We got the Life Happens deck I'm going to use. So I'm going to get 4 cards out for basically to symbolize like the themes that you may be experiencing in the 4 weeks of June, or any time during June. So anything can happen in different orders. So, and it may, like I said, it may not resonate with you. And I may be mentioning something that you experienced already. Let's see. Get 4 cards for a collective. I already have 1. So, okay, that's together. Gonna get 2 more. Oh wow, Drama Queen. Okay, and then we have Heartbroken. Oh wait, that fell on the Drama Queen. Okay, and then we have this card, Freedom. Freedom is the first card that we have, and then let me do something here. Put subscriber mode on. Okay. So the first card we have is Freedom. So it's the full energy, liberation, being optimistic, being open-minded, adventurous, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith with something. And then we have the rock bottom card that came out together with inner strength. So I feel like there's something in the month of June that you may be needing to liberate yourself from. It's going to require you to go within, pull on your inner strength, especially if you go through a situation that's going to feel like rock bottom for you. I'm going to use tarot to clarify this. Some of you may be experiencing, maybe questioning why something happened, why this, why that, whatever this why is, we're going to try to clarify. And then Drama Queen and Heartbroken. So someone's feeling heartbroken, somebody feels sad, maybe acting heartbroken, acting dramatically. So we're going to clarify this as well. The Drama Queen card came out earlier. Though the card does depict feminine energy, men could be drama queens too. We know men could be the biggest babies. All right. Regardless of how these cards came out for June, we're just going to see what they mean, what they may mean to you, how this may resonate with you at all. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. Right now, I'm doing a reading for the month of June. This is a collective reading. So, yeah. So it may resonate with some people. It may resonate with no one. But let's just see. And not all the messages are going to resonate with you. And some of the messages that may come out may be something that you've already experienced, that you're already moving away from. You may be experiencing at this current moment, that may be transferring over or carrying over into June, or just simply be like a prediction of what you may experience in June. So, Freedom. Like with all this energy here that's happening with the Heartbroken Drama Queen, with the questioning why, needing to go within and pull on your inner strength if there's something that just seems like it's hitting rock bottom, like you just hit the bottom of the barrel and there's nothing there, and it's really going to require you to really root and ground yourself, to stabilize yourself, also remind yourself of the strength that you have. But I think ultimately the main advice here is that there's something that you're going to need to free yourself from with what's going on here. But let's see what comes out. Tell me about this rock bottom inner strength. What is this regarding? Okay, there's maybe some sort of ending that you may be experiencing with the death card coming out. It's the Scorpio energy and also the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, there may be some sort of financial issue you may be experiencing. Also, this could be have to do with work since the Pentacles card came out. Yeah, like earlier I was saying something about having to root yourself, stabilize yourself in some way. Hi, Jenny. How are you? So there's going to be some sort of ending. I don't know if you're going to be ending working with something, or you might be resigning, or you might be terminated, or someone around you might be terminated. If you're like in a relationship, like in a marriage, and you share household bills, that could be an issue going on too. There might be something, I don't know, there could possibly be a death. God forbid it's that. And if it is, you have my condolences. I'm sorry if that's already happened. And I don't really like predicting stuff like that. But I'm not really getting that kind of energy. Not like there's going to be some sort of passing or anything. But I feel like there's going to be something that's, when you think about rock bottom, that's usually when you had to start from ground up. So there may be some event happening that's lending to an ending or is leading to an ending that ultimately is going to be a new beginning, a blank slate. Rock bottom, at the bottom of the barrel. There's nowhere to go but up now. So this is where you're really going to have to center yourself, ground yourself, even pull all your resources together. So even if it's your energy to get through whatever this is, I'm not entirely sure what that's related to. Can I get another card for this rock bottom? For some of you, like the moon, it's hidden. Some of you, these cards fell over, but the one that fell face up was the Six of Wands card. Six of Wands is usually about success, victory over something. This could be like whatever this hidden rock bottom situation is. I think it's going to be very different for everyone, or this could be a very specific message, and they're not really wanting me to tell you what it is. So I don't know if some of you have the Cancer in your chart or Scorpio in your chart. But I feel like this too is that whatever you're experiencing in the month of June, that's going to require you to really pull on your inner strength. Maybe it has something to do with your emotions, how you handle certain situations that are very challenging. I mean, really challenging, where it has you scratching your head and you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to fix this? How am I supposed to make this better? How can I even get through this? But I feel like if you're able to pull yourself through whatever this situation is, that may be involving some sort of change, a metamorphosis, a transformation in your life, and you're somehow able to pull yourself together, pull your resources together, however it resonates with you. Because I don't know if this is a financial issue, or if this is an ego issue, or if this is something that's outside of you, like something around you. But I feel like if you're able to pull your inner strength together, get yourself together, really ground yourself, root yourself, hit the ground running with whatever it is that you may be having to restart, or maybe change the way you're doing something, change the way you're acting towards something, because the Six of Wands energy is about action. So there may be certain action you need to take that is going to either push you out of your comfort zone, which is what the Four of Pentacles usually is. It's about staying in your comfort zone. Maybe there's something that's really going to something's going to be revealed to you about yourself. You're going to learn something about yourself that you didn't even know. You're probably going to do something that you didn't even know you were capable of. You might do something that you didn't even think of, and it's going to turn out well. Like you're going to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I don't know what it is, but it's going to lead to some sort of success. Like the inner strength, sometimes we don't realize how strong we are or how resourceful we are until we're in like certain sticky situations. But I feel like whatever this is, it's really gonna, you're really gonna find out something about yourself. It's really gonna push you out of your comfort zone. It's gonna be uncomfortable for you, but somehow it's gonna change you. Whatever this situation is with the rock bottom, and it really doesn't want to say what it is, but I don't know if like you're going through something. It could be like an evaluation, like, because I see the Ten of Pentacles here. It could be something, maybe you're going through a tough time. If you like, say you own a business or you're working for a company and you don't know if you're going to get laid off, or, you know, they have to make sure that they get the money, like there's bankruptcy in the works or talks or something. There may be something like having to do with resources, money, but it's like somehow, but I think it's definitely tied to you or maybe going around you, but somebody is trying to find some sort of solution that ultimately is going to be successful. But it's also going to seem kind of magical in a way. Like it's like you wouldn't even think that it would happen. Like miraculous is what I want to say. But ultimately it's like whatever it is in June is going to lead to Ten of Pentacles. That's the hidden energy. I think the answer is going to become very clear. It might be the way you're doing things too, because I have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups, he operates off emotion, but not in a egotistical, not like in a, oh God, not that, like in a bad way. So this could maybe it's maybe changing the way you do things. It's probably even changing your perspective, because with the King of Cups coming out, the King of Cups is a compassionate person. Maybe the solution is going to require compassion on somebody's part, on your part or someone else's part. Because the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords and then the King of Cups. So this is going to be something that's tied to the heart. It's heart-based. It's like putting love into a situation, being compassionate, caring, loving. Even Ten of Pentacles is almost kind of considered like the family card too. So it could be a family situation that there needs to be some sort of severance or some sort of clarity, a truth that needs to come out, an epiphany possibly, that there needs to be more love in the situation with the King of Cups showing up. It's like instead of coming out like in this, possibly in this Swords energy with the rock bottom card, you see he's scratching his head. And when I picked up these cards, look at the card is falling. It's like, don't show me. It's the Nine of Swords. Something is like, rock bottom is gonna, like something's gonna be like, I don't know what you're gonna be experiencing, and I don't know if you're already experiencing this. It's something that's like making it difficult for you to sleep. It's something that you're worrying over, but it feels like whatever you've like, but continuing to be like, basically, I want to say persevering, because now these other cards fell too. You're going to see success, but it's just don't let your fears, don't let your worries get the best of you. Focus on the positive and not toxic positive. You know what I mean? If you know, you watch my channel, you know I don't do that toxic positive, like, yeah, everything's going to be okay. You know, God give the words to the strongest warriors, or whatever the hell the saying is, because I don't talk like that. I don't say stupid shit like that. But it's like there's something that's just keeping you up at night, and it's like you're gonna find a solution, and it's gonna require you going into your heart. Like it's like putting love into the situation, bringing love into the situation, you know. But it's like there's gonna be success in the end of this, of whatever that is. Okay, I don't know if I should leave these cards here. You know, if I look at this as a whole, this whole reading, okay, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to read it like that. Because now what I'm getting is that this guy's scratching his head, right? And then we have the why card. It's like, why is this happening? Why did this happen? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to go through this? that type of thing. Because he's scratching his head. We usually do that. We're like you're trying to figure some shit out, you know? So you have to, like, you may be questioning something. I feel like the inner strength is needed. I don't know if some of you are dealing with, it could be involving drama queen energy, because remember, this came out too, heartbroken, and I was just focusing on the inner strength. But if you really think about it, there could be somebody around you. It could be within work, because you see this guy's in suit and tie. It could be within your work, where you work. It could be within your home. It could be within your family, because we did see the Ten of Pentacles show up. Comfort zone with the Four of Pentacles. Stagnancy in some way. Drama queen and heartbroken. I want to know what this is, who this is, because the why is pretty like relevant. You see this guy scratching his head, like trying to figure some shit out. Maybe he's trying to figure somebody out. But let's see. Let's see what the why is. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the likes. Let's see for June. Okay, I want to know this drama queen, heartbroken person. Okay, we have one card. That's too many. But I saw the Magician come out, flip over. Four Wands. I wanted to say home. See, because I was going to say home for the Four Pentacles, and the Four Wands just flipped over. I want to see what it came with. Yeah, there's some sort of conflict within the home. Conflict regarding some sort of celebration, I want to say too, if you're planning some party. Oh gosh, why am I tapping into this energy? I just want to knock this table. Two of Wands, being at a crossroads. There's a lot of fire sign energy here. And the Emperor card. Somebody definitely needs to have some sort of control. This is where the inner strength is going to come from. The Emperor energy, father figure energy, right? A change of perspective. Trying to figure out which path to take. With the Two of Wands, this trying to figure out how to resolve an issue. That with because the conflict card came out with Five of Wands, conflicting views, opinions. Like I said, it could be within work too, right? But then with the Four of Wands, it could be within the home. Sometimes families, like companies say that we are family, we're like a family. You know, usually it's like the most toxic place. We're like family. Like what kind of family? The kind that wants to throttle each other? Two of Wands. You know, for some of you, if it's work, you may be trying to figure out, like, maybe you're thinking, maybe I gotta leave, you know, move away from this conflict. Like, let's see where the grass is greener. It actually is greener, because some of you may be wanting to move away, you know, like look in the horizon and see what else, what better is out there for you. And it could be within love, because we got a drama queen and a heartbroken person too. The drama queen card, if I was to assign it a zodiac sign, this is Leo, because Leos are known to be dramatic. Just think, you know, I have Leo moon, okay? You know, Leos are the stars, basically. They want all the attention. Now, I'm not saying all of them do, but, you know, if you think about it, right? Like Jennifer Lopez, she's a Leo. You see, she's a superstar. She has a lot of, she's famous. You know, she has a lot of, what you call it? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jenny. Are you a Leo, Jenny? Because I'm not making fun of you though. Because I'm mentioning Leo, that's why. Oh, you know, thank you for confirming something that I told you, but still, it's like, it sucks that it came true. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you find the job that you're looking for. The opportunity that, but you know what? If maybe it wasn't meant for you, you know? Maybe that wasn't a position that was meant for you. Wasn't meant for you. And something better is coming along. But I don't know if there's some drama within the home that's causing some sort of heartbreak, some sort of disappointment, because we have the Four of Wands with the conflict. There may be arguments, there may be fighting, like I said, conflicting opinions, conflicting views, just conflict. But it's like trying to find a way around it, how to get past it. What should you do? Should you, move away from it or try to work it out? But remember, I was talking about the bring love into the situation. I just picked up this part of the deck that I somehow left on this side, and it's Ace of Cups. It's bringing love into the situation, regardless. This is pouring into oneself or adding love in the situation where it seems to be a little bit depleted, where it may be running low. Okay, thank you for letting me know. But when I see the Drama Queen card, it reminds me of Leo, because Leos are known to be like, look at me. Not all Leos, though. That's just a stereotype they have about Leos, the signs. But we do have the Emperor showing up, and that's Aries energy. So there's definitely going to be a need for self-empowerment. There's going to be a need for gaining reign on a situation, but with love, with a loving touch. It can't be something that it's being done aggressively, And the Emperor in the upright is someone who is a healthy, masculine figure, no manipulation, and he embodies all the kings. He embodies the King of Cups, Swords, Wands, and Pentacles, So, and this king, this Emperor, he's going to be embodying the King of Cups energy, which is what we saw earlier. So it's like love needs to be brought into a situation, regardless of where it is. It could be within a home. It could be within a company. This conflict may be unnecessary, and maybe why someone is scratching their head. It's like, why? Why is this happening? I want to know what this conflict is about. Hi, Mick. How are you? Oh, wow. I'm a little stumped right now. I just saw your message, Delilah. And I honestly, I don't know what kind of reading you want, and I haven't even decided like a rate if I was to do super chat readings. It's just that I don't know how much you want to give, and I don't know exactly what you want, and I don't want you to, I haven't really like set out any ground rules for that. But thank you for the offer to super chat me for a reading. It's just I haven't figured out, and I don't want you to send money and then I'm like, I can't do that. That's too much. Or okay, I could definitely do that. But it's whatever you feel comfortable with. So I could do that. It won't be like a full spread like this. You could send it now, and then just so I could see the question. Like I saw your question now, but then when I finish this, I could do the reading for you. Okay, I want to know what the conflict is. So why? What's why? I don't know if this just has to do, wow. We got the Lovers in the Tower here. When it comes to the situation, I feel like some of you, There's going to be some sort of breakup or termination, some sort of ending, because we do have the death card coming up, right? And then with the Y card, why? I feel like some of you are going to be questioning, because lovers is partnership. It could be business partnership. It could be a love partnership, right? So, yeah, a family is going to be breaking up. I think somebody may be getting divorced, or there's just going to be a breakup. And remember, I told you some companies be like, we're family. We're like a family. But it's just too much fighting, too much in-house fighting if it's a company. Too much disagreements, no one seeing eye to eye, too much conflict. I don't know if some of you have your own business and you may be deciding to like shut it down and then having to start over because it's just too much damage. And when you think of the rock bottom, I was thinking the Tower card, but I should have said that too, but it didn't come out in the cards. So look at that, the Tower and rock bottom. This is about rebuilding. And this is the freedom too, because if you're not happy in a situation and you have to give somebody a Tower moment or a company, like if you're leaving, because I know certain people, they're like, they could be the glue that holds the company together, but if you're not treating them right, they will like, you know what, I'm gonna look for better options, better opportunities for myself. And then this person freeing themselves creates some sort of Tower moment, and it breaks the family apart. It breaks a partnership. I don't know if there's like some sort of partnership within a business. It could be that, because I don't want to make everything about love, you know, within, wow. Okay. Wow. You're my first super chat, Delilah. I'm going to give you a heart. You're my first super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so when I finish this reading, I'm going to do yours. Yeah, some sort of Tower moment. It could be, like I said, some of you, if you have a business and you're having a partnership with somebody, that partnership is going to be severed. Because it's like there's been a breakdown within the company. If it's a relationship, it's a breakdown within the relationship itself. And some of you are just realizing that the relationship or the business itself or whatever the situation is with a family, it doesn't have to be romantic. No, it's okay, Delilah. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're my first. You don't have to be sorry, okay? You don't have to be sorry. So I feel like somebody is deciding to free themselves from a situation that has been filled with drama, has them constantly scratching their head, maybe wondering, maybe like somebody could be thinking about it's time to end something in June. It could be with work, you're leaving a job, a company, like if you're leaving a company, you're closing a business down, it could be that. It could be some sort of drama within a family dynamic. This is very, very specific. So like, since this is a collective reading, this is not going to resonate with a lot of people. So this may be somebody's reading for June. I'm wondering if I should do a June reading for the signs, like each sign, the zodiac sign. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting, like, because the freedom card is like someone's going to make a decision to sever ties and look at different opportunities or options that are available to them when it comes to work, when it comes to, or what lies ahead for them in the future, you know, because a lot of time, energy, and effort was placed in something that ultimately broke down when it comes to this Tower and the Lover's card. You know, but it's like once you make this decision, some of you, it might be the best decision for you, depending on your situation, especially if you felt stuck. But ultimately what you're doing is freeing yourself, you're freeing your energy, and you might be bringing some sort of alignment to yourself and a different level of success. You moving away from a conflict with the Six of Wands. I have to cover her because this is like C4, 5, 6. So you're going to be, you're going to be okay on the other side of this, you know. You're just going to have to make sure that you're nurturing and taking care of yourself, and grounding yourself during this transition in June, however this reading resonates with you. Okay, so I'm going to end that reading, and I'm going to do the reading for Delilah. Okay, so let me put these cards here. I'm going to use a different deck, though. I read Delilah's question. Okay. Okay, what is the person thinking about Delilah? What is he thinking about her? The person thinking about Delilah. The person Delilah's thinking about, what is he thinking about her? I don't know what kind, well, I'm assuming this is like a guy that you may have had a romantic interaction with, or maybe a past relationship with, or maybe something that didn't really get started. But the thing I'm getting here about what he's thinking about you, I don't know if he experienced some sort of, a lot of wounds. He's experienced some sort of, like a lot of trials and errors when it comes to love, or this is yours, Delilah, with the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. This is somebody that, I don't know if you had a false start with them or not, but this is a person that seems to have a lot of love for you with the Ace of Cups coming out. And I don't know, you said you haven't been thinking about him. I really don't know what your relationship was with him, honestly. But the fact that the Ace of Cups was the first card that came out, it's like this person has a lot of emotions for you. And the fact that the card came out upright is like this person thinks positively of you. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if this is someone you had a romantic relationship with in the past, but this person is thinking about the future. He's thinking about what sort of action he could take towards you. He sees you as someone who's value. He sees you as someone who, like, loving, caring, attractive, smart. Like, he sees you as like the whole, like I know another reader says, the whole enchilada. He sees your value. He thinks you're a person of value. I don't know if there's some distance between you and him, like if you live like in different states or different countries, different continents. But you said that it's been a long time, so that can account for the space and distance. But this is someone who's thinking about taking some sort of action towards you. But I don't know if there's a bit of apprehension because something that happened in the past, and there may be a bit of fear or worry about rejection if he comes towards you. He possibly may want to communicate with you with the Page of Wands, and he might start off with like a small message, like something small, just to get the ball rolling if he reaches out, because I'm getting the Page, and the Page is a messenger. I don't know if he's an air sign or you're an air sign. You didn't really say your sign. So we got the King of Swords here, and then we got the Page of Cups. I don't know if you said, I don't know your age. I don't know if this is someone that you knew when you were younger. Because you said years. You haven't thought about him in years. But this could be somebody that you've known since you were younger. And like the Wheel of Fortune, this person has experienced a lot of change in their life. But with it being in the upright too, this indicated that he's gone through some positive changes in his life. He's probably doing very well for himself. There may possibly be, I'm getting like maybe he has some sort of insecurities about not being enough, not having enough to offer to you. But I feel like he's probably in a really good place now, and that's why you've come to mind, and that's why he's thinking about you. He may be making some sort of move towards you, possibly making a love offer towards you. But he does see you as a person of value. If this is someone that's family oriented, they may possibly see you as someone they could have a child with, that they want to have a child with. I don't know if there was cheating, I don't like in the past, or if he was cheated on in the past. Or you were cheated on in the past. There may be some apprehension with that, but that's just a side note, just from when I'm looking at the 9 of Wands with the Page of Wands. And like I said, you didn't say exactly what your relationship was with him, but all right. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that was helpful, Delilah. I didn't even see the messages moving, so I really don't know. Like, I hope the message resonates with you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And thank you for being my first super chat. I really appreciate you. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the love situations reading. And definitely telepathy. There's definitely telepathy if you're connected to each other. Definitely. It's kind of cool to experience that. Especially, I mean, like, it depends on who you're experiencing the telepathy with. Because you don't want to be like, yeah, having it like, it's like, it's so weird how iPhones have what they call it, not AirPlay. AirTag? No. You know that thing that you could like, you could have it open, what's it called? That you could send stuff to people or anybody, they could have it open. I don't know what it's called, but it's like, that's what telepathy is like too. You don't want to be picking up on other people's stuff, you know? Okay, so let's see what love situations you need to look out for the month of June. Okay. What do you need to know for the month of June? What does the collective need to know for the month of June? For the month of June, okay, mental prison, overthinking, creating scenarios, thinking of you a lot. Okay. For the collective, what message does the collective need to know? For June, when it comes to love. What does the collective need to know for the month of June when it comes to love? Plastic, ugh. Surface level relationship, fake love messages, not a real love connection, shocking events came out together. But I'm gonna separate them. Anything else? for love situations. What does the collective need to know at this time for the highest and greatest good? Love activation. Somebody's heart chakra is opening. Just I'm gonna do it like a, okay. I might get one more card. Self-delusion. Okay. So these cards may resonate with you or whoever you may be dealing with in a love situation. So I'm going to clarify them separately. New cycle, cut out. It's funny because right now we're going to be entering into a full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a blue moon. It's a blue moon in Sagittarius. It's the second full moon of the month of May, in the month of May. And full moons are about releasing so that you can prepare for a new cycle, a new phase. The fact that the cutout card came out with this is perfect. So the first card we have is mental prison, overthinking, creating scenarios, and thinking of you a lot. So there is somebody thinking about you. They may be trapped in their mind. They may be thinking of creating different scenarios about you, maybe curious about what's going on in your life. They may be stressed out about if you're dealing with anybody. This could be somebody that's around you. There's a regret coming through with the 5 of Cups and the Page of Swords. This person may be watching you, and whatever they're seeing is causing them to be in regret, or because regret for the past or regret now. I don't know what's. Tell me more about this Page of Swords with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you have put up some sort of boundary against this person. I think this person probably has tried to reach out to you many times, but you're keeping your guard up. I don't know if you've had this person blocked where they can't communicate with you. You possibly have them blocked for social media. I don't know if this is a person that you've recently blocked because of this regret. There was some sort of action, something they did to you that caused you to put up your guard and block them. They're trying to find some way to watch you, try to get information about you. Page of Swords. We got Page of Swords. So that's the air sign energy. Now we have, let's go to plastic. Surface level relationship, fake love messages, not a real love connection. We got the Wheel of Fortune coming out. About table turning, like that's been a saying that's been coming out lately. A lot of people have been saying this in readings, but I noticed that I started hearing this saying in the song. The tables have turned. The tables have turned. Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what the hell this is. This is weird, plastic, because usually plastic implies something that's fake. You know what that's weird. Because we got the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Pentacles and then the Hierophant card. You know, so this is earth sign energy, Taurus, earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune, which has all the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. I feel like somebody is taking their sweet time. This is like, I'm thinking avoidant energy, because if some of you, like, I don't know, this sounds like online shit. Like if some of you are communicating with somebody online, if you're communicating with somebody online, you, regardless of your gender, feminine or masculine, are trying to meet up in person, trying to make this, like, solidify this, but this person is moving very slowly, and it's because they have no intention of changing the situation, you know? I don't know if this person's pretending to be like, oh, you know, let's take it nice and slow. Let's not rush things. But it might be because they have no intention of offering commitment. If you're dealing with somebody and you notice your relationship isn't really progressing, it's moving slowly, it's because this person has no intention to change your relationship into one where there's a higher level of commitment. This person is possibly saying things that they think you want to hear just to keep you around. This person possibly is wasting your time. That's for someone who's, you know, the relationship's not real. It's fake, you know, with the plastic card. All right, I want to know what this shocking event is. What is the shocking event for June? So some of you are you're gonna realize that whoever you're dealing with, that they weren't really serious. This may be coming out in June. Okay. Now for shocking events, we have some of you may be worried about something that has to do with finances. But it says unexpected surprise, did not see it coming, unpredictable. I don't know if some of you have been worrying about work, promotion, interviews, because I see money here. It has to do with money. It has to do with work. It could even be a business. Some of you may be worrying about whether your business or your job, you're doing well. Are you going to be successful? You're going to see any progress? Are you going to see any improvements? But it's looking like with the King of Pentacles, it's showing some level of success. And because the King of Pentacles is the epitome of success next to the Emperor, you know. You're going to see something unexpected in a positive way is going to be coming towards you with your business. You may be seeing an uptick with your business. You may be seeing you're earning more money. It's showing signs of life, because maybe some of you feel like your business is dying. So that could be what you're worried about. Some of you could be worried, like, did you do the right thing? Should you have started a business? Should you have started this job? You know, are you doing well in your evaluation? Whatever it is, it has to do with money. But it's looking like you're going to overcome it. You're going to be successful in the end. If there was some sort of promotion you were going for, it's looking like you're going to get it, you know? So some of you may be worrying needlessly, but there could be an opportunity too that may be coming unexpectedly that's going to put you in this energy where you're going to feel abundant, you're going to feel stable and secure, you know, especially if it's something that's competitive. All right, let's see. With June, where we got this love activation. Oh, my throat is like, they're doing that itchy thing. Ooh. So the love activation. Oh, someone has been carrying a lot of burdens. Past burdens, they're needing to release the burdens because that's what's blocking the heart. They need to bring more play into their life. Look at things from a different perspective, because if somebody could be blocking out their heart. And, you know, Leo, I believe Leo rules the heart. Because, you know, if you know about the zodiac, some zodiac signs, well, all the zodiac signs are associated with body parts. So I remember Scorpio because we rule the genitals. I'm a Scorpio, so I rule your genitals, just so you know. I'm just joking. So I know Taurus rules the throat. I think Leo rules the heart space. So we got fire sign energy, 10 of Wands with the Page of Wands, fire sign. This could be what's needed to open up your heart, especially if you've been going through a very challenging time where you feel overburdened, overworked, overstressed. There's certain things that you're going to have to release. Not all the burdens that you're carrying are your own. So I suggest you write down a list of all the shit that's bothering you, and then look at what you can change and what you could release, and what belongs to someone else, you give it back to them because it's not yours to deal with. You deal with your own stuff. Okay, unless it's you and this another person, or like it's a child or your partner, then you have to work it out together. But if it's something that doesn't have nothing to do with you, you do not have to carry anybody else's burdens. You know, you can help people, but not enable them. So don't be an enabler, okay? Some of you may have experienced this in the past, and this is why your heart is blocked. And you releasing stuff, burdens, stresses, responsibilities that don't belong to you is what's going to allow you to open up your heart, allow you to reconnect to yourself. You know, focus on the things that bring you joy, bring you happiness, that make you excited, inspire you. Stuff that you, even revisiting anything from your childhood, you know, just anything that will allow you to feel like you love life again. You know, allow yourself to experience love again, whatever it is. It could be past burdens from past pains, relationships, you know. You could be releasing that burden. You could possibly be meeting somebody who's a fire sign who stimulates or activates your child, their inner child, and reminds you that life shouldn't be heavy. Life shouldn't be stressful. Life, you should be enjoying life, essentially. Not always working, but not living, not loving. You know, you might be meeting somebody who's going to help you have a change of perspective. And it's what's going to activate your heart. For some of you, I don't know if it's actually going to be a child entering your life. Because sometimes children they do that, you know. I don't know. It could be that, like, some of you may be adopting a child. I don't know why I'm saying that. That might be somebody's message. Somebody might be adopting a child, and you may be going through that stress. I don't know if some of you have given up hope. Like, you put all your hope in something, and you're almost like you kind of want to give up. But I feel like, I don't know where this is coming from, but some of you might be approved. I don't know how adoption works, but there may actually be a child coming into your life, and that's going to be what activates your heart. Some of you, I don't even want to say, it could be a pet too. A pet. All right, I'm gonna say the reason why I'm saying pet. A couple of days ago, I was not in a really good place, but somebody brought their dog over, and the dog like shifted my energy, and that could be what's going on in June for you guys. There could be something like that's gonna shift your energy, that's gonna open up your heart, and just your heart is gonna be bursting. So some of you may be finding out you're going to be a grandparent. Some of you may be finding out you're getting pregnant, or you're being or you're being approved to adopt a child. And with this change, it's going to bring a new change of perspective. You know, it's going to change the way you look at life. It's going to change the way you've experienced life too. I don't know. I felt like I had to say that. It just came to my mind. That's somebody's message. So if that is for you, congratulations, and I wish you the best with that, you know. I wish you the best. Okay, so now self-delusion. Okay. Oh, I took the wrong deck. But you know what's funny? Strategy makes me think of Seven of Swords. This card came out, I'm taking it. I'm not taking the card that fell. This card flipped over, and I meant to pick up the tarot deck, and this card came out. Self-delusion with strategy. Self-delusion, not seeing reality clearly, lying to yourself, which is Seven Wands. I was going to say self-sabotage. Seven of Swords energy is what I'm thinking. Self-delusion, not seeing reality clearly, lying to yourself, false notions about things. But then strategy, planning their next move, being clever, leaving nothing to chance. Okay, so there might be somebody you're involved with that may be is being very strategic, or has been in some way, probably has you in your own head. Hopefully not. It's usually better when we're deluding ourselves, because then we could fix it. But then if there's somebody else deluding us, it's like, All right, I want to know what this delusion energy is. What is this self-delusion and strategy energy? Not seeing reality, lying to yourself, false notions. Some of you, okay, there's Aquarius showing up. Oh, with fire sign, we got the Knight of Wands. I don't know if somebody is dealing with a player-like energy, because the only reason I'm saying that is because planning the next move, being clever, leaving nothing to chance. But it doesn't have to be like that too. But self-delusions is kind of, that's what's making it sound like, ugh. Sometimes with the Knight of the Cups showing up at the bottom, there could be somebody who's just thinking about how they can get what they want so that they could feel satisfied, so they could feel some sort of completion or fulfillment within themselves. I don't know if somebody's dealing with somebody that may be breadcrumbing, or this could be you breadcrumbing. I don't know. This, look, the Devil card came out, some sort of toxicity, a negative attachment, a codependency possibly. But with Aces, the Star, Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Stars, Aquarius energy, and then with the Ten of Swords. You know, now I'm changing the way I'm thinking about this. I feel like some of you are like healing something within yourself. This self-delusion might be ending. You know what? The Knight of Wands may not actually be a person. It may be your thoughts. Like, because the Knight of Wands is the knight that goes back and forth. You know, he's going here and there. He's always like busy, always into things, always doing things. I think that some of you may be in this process of healing that. If you're an overthinker, you possibly, if you're self-delusion, so maybe you're going back and forth with certain thoughts that you have. If this is outside of someone, right? Let's just say this is with you, because it does say self-delusion. I don't know if some of you are deluding yourself with certain things, but for like, what I'm getting is the strategy is like you overcoming that in some way. I know it says planning their next move, being clever, leaving nothing to chance, but I was thinking Seven of Swords. But if this is something that you need to work out within yourself, because regardless if you're dealing with somebody or not, this is something that you need to heal within yourself. You know, like what strategies are you going to employ to start to see things clearly? Like, how do you ground and reconnect to yourself and what your wishes are? How do you start to heal yourself? Remind yourself of what good could come to you. Like, what is your ultimate wish? You know, realistically, you know, without the delusions, without the self-deception. Like, how can you heal and improve? Maybe, I don't know if some of you have been engaging too with people and not in the best way. And I'm talking about like in a romantic way, where you're realizing that's something that you need to stop. That's something that you need to end, because there may be something going on within you where you've been deluding yourself and thinking like, okay, well, you know, maybe this person is that, you know, like maybe, you know, maybe I need to change the way I am. Maybe I should be more open-minded. Maybe I should be more free. Maybe I shouldn't like want this or that. Like lying to yourself, because possibly you've been settling for less, you know. But it could be also, it doesn't have to be within a romantic dynamic, but it could be if you are dealing with somebody else, you know. But this is a matter of you trying to free yourself from some sort of toxicity that you may be experiencing within a relationship dynamic or within other connections as a whole, or within yourself. It's about restoration of balance, you know. I did a short, and it was in a live stream yesterday. I talked about the difference between equity and equality. Equity is when you give somebody what they need, and equality is you giving everybody the same thing, even though they may have different needs. You know, like the $10, somebody needs $10 and another person needs $20, and you give both people $20. That's equality. Equity is when you give the person that needs $10, and the person that needs $20. You know, you're giving them what they need, not treating them equally. Maybe in some ways you've been overgiving to situations where you didn't need to. You know, this is where the restoration of balance is. Maybe that could be something that you need to work out within yourself to rebalance yourself. And doing that is what's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction and even allow you to attract whatever it is, bring you some wish fulfillment, but healing and also ending, like closing out that cycle is necessary in order for you to reach the other side of that, you know, to reach the wish fulfillment. And so, like, I don't know if you have Libra in your chart, that because I see the scales there. This is supposed to be Taurus energy, but we do have the scales here showing up. And I talked about justice, balance, restoration of balance. That could be a Libra. But Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus also rules Libra. Okay. Now we got the new cycle and cut out. That could be connected with the self-delusion and strategy. Like, what do you need to cut out? What do you need to release? Like I said, we're having the full moon on Sunday, the 31st in Sagittarius, and it's a blue moon. Full moons are about releasing. What is it do you need to release? What do you need to cut out? Cutting ties and separation, leaving before it gets worse, cutting your losses, you know, because you don't want to take garbage with you when you're entering a new phase. You know, and the new cycle will be when we get into the new moon, and the new moon should be in, we just had the Taurus new moon, so it will be in Gemini, and that one I believe is going to be, if we have it, I think it's going to be June 15th or 16th. I could be wrong. Around that time frame is when we're going to have the new moon in Gemini, so that may be a significant time frame. Some of you may have Gemini in your chart, Sagittarius too, but that's just, I'm putting that out there because we do have that Sagittarius new moon, full moon. But I want to see, what is it this new cycle's connected to? Wow, I split the deck. And remember, we had the Six of Pentacles. It's about self-love, putting yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You know, you always have to make sure your cup is full before you start pouring into other people's cups. You know, and you know how you pour into other people's cups? When your cup is overflowing. They're supposed to come and bring their cup and get the drippings. That sounds weird. Now I'm thinking about turkeys for some reason. I'm thinking about turkeys. I don't know if somebody's in Turkey right now. But that's how we fill other people's cup. We don't like take our cup and then we just like empty it into other people's cups and then end up with nothing. Your cup is supposed to run it over. And then the overflow is what fills other people's cup, which is like the Six of Pentacles, you know? That's how we're supposed to give love. This is where we don't martyr ourselves. We don't sacrifice. I said martyr. I didn't say the other word, murder. Martyr, you know? We're not sacrificial lambs. Okay? Okay, so new cycle and cut out. What is this in regards to? Because definitely if this is tied to the self-delusion card, it's like some of you may be needing to cut out. What did we keep talking about? Look what came out. The Justice card, balance, Libra's card, Taurus, Venus, Libra, balance, you know? Yeah, it's about restoration of balance, truth, fairness. You got to be fair to yourself. You got to nurture yourself with the Queen of Pentacles coming out. You have to put yourself first. You have to care for yourself. Invest in what invests in you. Nurture what nurtures you. It's also about grounding and being at peace within yourself. It's feeling stable and secure within yourself and your surroundings. You know, this is how you restore balance for yourself. So some of you may have to focus on yourself at this time. You know, when your cup is overflowing, that's an abundance, you know? Yeah, you gotta free yourself from some sort of toxic cycle that you've been going through with the like self-deception, you know, new cycle. That's what happens. After you make a final decision with the Judgment card that didn't show up here, then you go into the World card, that's the completion of a cycle, and then you start a new cycle, a new phase with the Fool, new cycle. So it's all about restoration of balance within yourself. Aries and Aquarius energy with the Fool. This is going to require maybe like definitely action, because Aries is a self-starter. It's a starter energy, first sign of the zodiac. But then Aquarius is also going to be like a radical shift, a mental shift in your mind. the way you do things, the way you think, how you strategize, thinking outside the box, you know, doing things differently, even things that are maybe weird and foreign to you. It's all about your happiness. Ultimately, your happiness. It's all about your happiness. That's the most important thing. Because when we're feeling good in ourselves, we are in that positive energy, and then we make everybody else feel good. But not to our detriment, not to the point where self-sacrificing, you know? But this balance that you're able to restore within yourself is what's going to bring you peace. It's going to bring you freedom. It's going to liberate you. But it's a matter of you being honest with yourself, because justice is about truth. It's about fairness. It's about honesty, about being honest with yourself. Like, what have you been nurturing? What do you need to stop nurturing? What needs to be given the axe? Not the literal axe. No, horror movie, you know, rated R, in the woods type of axe. Like I say, like, we have to impart our own justice, especially when our happiness is at stake. Look at this and look, temperance is all about balance, moderation, happiness, stability, longevity, legacy, abundance, family. Then also feeling at peace and transmuting that energy, alchemy, transformation. It's all about stability. Look at that, the 4 wands. Look at that. Happy home, happy life, celebration, success, victories. This is all about you taking care of yourself, doing what's right for yourself. Not everybody's gonna make things right for us. We gotta make things right for ourselves. Sometimes we have to be the judge, jury, and executioner, you know? And I'm executioner in the metaphorical sense. I'm not condoning guillotining somebody. Oh my God, this is fucking funny. I didn't put the cards back in the right order, because remember I showed you the sun? Happiness. Finding happiness, happy ending, feeling blessed and grateful. This is the most important thing. Focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on what you have that you're grateful for. Gratitude. They say the best attitude is gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. It sounds so cheesy, but the thing is, when you start to focus on the things that you have, that you're grateful for, you're inviting like if you're grateful for the little things, this is something I wrote. If you're grateful for the little things, then the even greater things will come to you. You know? Sometimes it's the little things that you have to be grateful for. What do you need to cut out? Toxic thinking, toxic attachments, toxic habits, toxic behaviors, toxic environments, toxic thoughts. I don't know if I said that already, but you know, toxic thoughts bears repeating if I did. But this, okay, so that's that reading. I'm gonna get an Archangel Michael message for you. What Archangel Michael message? I only took that question. I only took Delilah's question because she gave me a super chat. All right, so what Archangel message does the collective need to know? Oh, thank you, Paul. Same to you. Thank you so much. I wish you the same. So what's the Archangel Michael message for the collective? What message do they need to know at this time? Well, it depends. Because I did a 3-card spread and she gave me $5 Canadian. Ooh, look at this. 10. Don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine. You deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. I love this. You know, sometimes we could delude ourselves in thinking that everything that we want, we can't have, you know. But we have to go back to the way we were when we were children, you know. When we thought anything was possible, you know. And when we thought that anything was possible, that anything can happen, you know, like we could make a wish and it will come true. We need to reconnect to that childlike wonder within ourselves, you know. We shouldn't settle just because, you know, what we want, we feel like we can't get because of what's being presented to us, what options are available to us. No, if there's something that you want and you have specifications, you have requirements, do not settle for anything that doesn't match them. You know, if you know what you want and you have you already know exactly how you want it to be, don't settle for anything that doesn't align with that. You know, because when you do that, you're not gonna be happy. You're always gonna be thinking about, oh, what if this, or what if that, you know? You don't want to ever think that. You want to get whatever it is that you desire. You want the wish that comes true to come true the way you envision it, or even better, you know, where you don't even have to question, oh, I wish it was this way. I wish it was different. You know, it's like, oh my God, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for the way this turned out. This turned out better than I've ever expected. I'm so glad I didn't settle for a job, for a person, for a home, for a car, whatever it is that you're wishing for. But we had to reconnect with that childlike wonder, that where we thought anything was possible, that any of our wishes could come true. You know, I'm talking about positive wishes, not like I wish somebody was DEAD. You know, I'm talking about I wish, you know, like I wish for this, I wish for that. But the thing is, it's also, remember kids, what they used to do, what we used to do. We used to play pretend. You know, so you got to pretend like you have whatever it is that you're wishing for, as if you have it. You know, we had to go back to that play pretend. Remember that? So, exactly, Paul. I'm sorry, I don't answer exam questions. I don't answer exam questions anymore. I'm sorry. And I'm not answering questions. Only I wasn't planning to answer questions. The only reason why I answered a question is because Delilah sent me a super chat. So that's the only way I'll answer a question. Because typically, like lately, I haven't been answering questions. So I hope this reading resonates with you in the most positive way. I really like this energy. I really like the messages. I like the spread too. I try to do something different. But let's see. So I already did a love reading. I did a general reading for June. So that's something, those are like different things you need to look out within a love situation. But love can be within your family. It could be within your career. It could be within a romantic relationship, you know? All right. So I'm thinking about doing a dedicated moon reading, but I can't do that today. Let me see something. It's 7:24 here in New York, okay. But I'm gonna go into the Dark Moon Oracle deck. Let me see something, let me go to the bottom. A dark moon oracle deck. Wow, we got Nyx that came out. And Alchemy 43. Oh, wow, this is like... Alchemy has the phoenix rising from the ashes. The Scorpio... The scorpion, sorry, is right there. And then you also have scales. And then Nyx. The goddess Nyx. So I'm gonna look at the bottom of the deck, and then we have bypassing. It's like being diverted. That's what comes to my mind, but this is my second time using this deck, so I didn't really get a chance to read the book. And I want to see what comes out with 36 with Nyx. 36. I love that because I look at that rebirth suit and I see, Artemis is an archer. And then right here, you can see there's a feminine figure that's an archer. I like that. Nyx, embrace the mystery. Nyx is the goddess, the Greek goddess of the night and mystery, embodying the power of darkness as a space for intuition, insight, and transformation. We did get the alchemy card, right? Right now, you may feel scared and lost. The path ahead seems unclear and you're uncertain where to go or what comes next. But Nyx is here to remind you that you don't need to have all the answers right now. Nyx has the power of precognition, the ability to see beyond the veil and offer glimpses of what's to come, and aligns with Piscean energy. Your image, oh my God, why am I not reading right? Your message is that the darkness surrounding you right now isn't something to fear. It's a space where you can connect with your intuition, where secrets and insights are waiting to be revealed. And it's part of the path that leads to a better future, believe it or not. Nyx asks you to trust that what you need will come when the time is right. In the stillness of the dark, your subconscious mind is working and visions of the future are starting to shape. Let go of fear and lean into the mystery. What you need to know will reveal itself in time. Imagine that Nyx aligns with Piscean energy, and Pisces is the sign of the Neptune. It's ruled by Neptune. It's a planet of imagination, illusions, mysticism, intuition, psychic abilities, spirituality. It says, let go of fear and lean into the mystery. What you need to know will reveal itself in time. Additional meanings for this card is embrace the mystery, use your intuition as your guide, don't be afraid of the darkness, pay attention to your dreams. I was also going to mention dreams too. Some of you may be having dreams. Precognition is basically like premonitions of what may be coming towards you. So some of you may be having premonitions, and release fear. There's nothing to be afraid of in the dark, actually. Not really. We were taught to be afraid of the dark. The darkness is a mystery, right? It's unknown to us because we don't know what exists. But you can't have light without the darkness. You need that. That's where the balance comes from. Think about darkness. You don't know what's on the other side of that, but it reminds me of the movie The Mist. I don't know if anybody saw this movie. The movie is like these people were stuck in a supermarket, right? But there was a mother that she was like, no, I gotta go home. My kids are there. And they're like, no, don't go. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. But she did not give an F. She was like, my kids are out there. I am going out there. I'm going home. I'm gonna be with my kids. The thing, whatever that thing was or whatever those things were, in the end of the movie, I'm sorry, it's a spoiler alert. She was alive at the end and she was with her kids. And guess what? She was not afraid. She was not afraid. Those things that were outside the supermarket or outside where the people were, where they were hiding from it, it fed off fear. That's what the darkness is. You can't be afraid. You know, you have to release the fear you have of the unknown. She was not afraid. She didn't know what the hell was out there. She went out and she was like, I'm going to my kids. There was nothing going to stop her, not even those monsters or whatever the hell they were. They didn't stop her. So think about that. What's stopping you? Is it your fear because you don't know what's going to happen on the other side, on the unknown? You won't know until you enter it, you know? It's something that you could think of it as, I know it's kind of, I'm speaking like metaphorically, of course, you know, because I went into one of those haunted house things, like where the people scare you. I closed my eyes and I was pushing through. I was like, I don't want to see nothing, you know, but maybe you got to do like that. You're going to have to be like that, not do like that. You're going to have to be like that. You go in and just keep going, keep moving, you know, you get to the other side, but don't let your fear trap you or keep you stuck. You know, I had to share that. It just came to my mind. And that movie, I feel like is a perfect example. You know, your fear limits you, but your fear, you could turn that into, I can't say you can turn it into strength, but you got to like transmute that energy, you know? It's like you got to change that energy. Alchemy is about transformation, right? The transformation of energy. This card represents the energy of when the dark moon moves from Libra ahead of the new moon in Scorpio. The intense transformative energy of Scorpio is pushing you to face your fears and dig beneath the surface. Right now you're faced with a choice: showing the world a shiny, picture perfect facade, or allowing in something that will truly stir your soul. It's time to stop worrying about appearances. This card calls you to dive deep into your true self, the part of you that longs for real transformation. What do you truly want out of life? To achieve your aims and embrace change, you need to embody the phoenix rising, a classic symbol of rebirth and transformation. Shed the old and allow yourself to be reborn. When this card comes up, there's no neat answer. Release the past. You have the fire to alchemize life, to alchemize your life. Embrace your flaws, exchanging a polished surface for an authentic soul connection with yourself and others. Perhaps someone isn't happy with you. Work out whose problem that is. Face the truth head on. This card is all about the power of turning the superficial into something change-making and meaningful through deep inner work. Let go of the need to people please too. Only then will you find the gift waiting for you in your current situation. Your power will be reborn when you start living from your truest self. Additional meanings for this card is get very real. It says enjoy the hot sex that is forecast. Don't put up with superficiality, because I'm a Scorpio and I don't like that fake shit. I don't like fake. Like right now I have a filter on, but like I'm letting you know I'm transparent. I'm letting you know I have a filter on it because I like my skin to look smooth in real life. So, you know, this is why I put the filter on to smooth out my skin. Remember that everyone is a mirror and avoid dwelling. Release grudges. I'm adding that part in. Release grudges. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on what didn't work out. Learn from it. Move forward. Allow it to transform you. Transform your way of thinking. Transform your way of being. Remember we had that plastic card earlier? Don't be fake. Don't put up this shiny facade that you can't uphold for the rest of your life. It's so easy to be ourselves, but so damn hard at the same time. If you think about it, when we're conditioned to be like other people or to be a certain way because of our family and culture and religion and then society, you know, they make it so hard to be ourselves when it's the easiest, most natural thing that we can do. But then, like I said, we've been conditioned. Now, bypassing was the card at the bottom of the deck. Bypassing. Number 9. This card contains the energy of the dark moon in Sagittarius. There is potential for growth and enlightenment, illuminating the path of honesty and self-discovery. Right now, chances are you're going through something, smiling through gritted teeth and pretending for all the world that everything is okay. Look at that plastic shit. Even when it's not. This toxic positivity. This is not to say that everything is awful for you right now. Hopefully it isn't. However, this card comes with the message that it's time to confront any tendencies you have to bypass the issues that need to be tackled in order for you to feel better about life. Now is the time. There's 9 people here and the card is 9. Now is the time to face the reality of who you are and where you are in life. Think of this as an inner quest for truth. Make sure you're being honest with others and that others are being honest with you. You can expand your life. You can expand your life now, but to do that, you must be frank with yourself. Also ask yourself if you've been connecting to your spirituality lately. Have you been paying lip service to working on yourself without actually doing what's required? Tanya, this is you talking about you need to work out. You keep saying you got to make changes, but I'm talking to myself right now. Have you been paying lip service to working on yourself without actually doing what's required? If so, commit to making changes that allow you to go deeper. Additional meanings for this card is stop glossing over the facts. Remember, we had that self-delusion card. Don't be a braggart, so don't be bragging. Don't be a bragger. Consider whether someone is pretending they're fine, right? Some people pretend, you know. Read spiritual books and face facts. Be real with yourself. Give yourself a reality check. There's certain things that you need to face. You can't just like go around it. You can't avoid it. There's certain things that you need to address. You can't be sweeping things under the rug, you know? No longer deluding yourself. Remember, we had the don't settle card. Don't settle for less. Don't delude yourself in thinking that this is all you can get if this is what you got. You know, you're doing yourself a disservice if you do that. Be honest with yourself. If there's something that you want and what you're being offered isn't good enough, it's okay to reject it. You know, you don't have to pretend like, okay, I'll take it. It's good enough. It's better than nothing. Yeah, maybe it is better than nothing because that nothing is still the space that allows for whatever it is that you really desire to come in, instead of you settling for something less and it's blocking whatever's really meant for you, you know? And it's, you know? Exactly. You definitely need to be, I mean, the shadow will always exist because it exists within us, you know? But the thing is, we have to be able to illuminate that within ourselves to truly accept ourselves. And that's when I think that we'll truly be in the light, you know? Because if we don't accept the dark aspects of ourselves, then that's going to be a part of ourselves that's hidden and in the dark, you know? Certain things that need to be released. And honesty with oneself is the most important thing. This is something that I mentioned in a reading yesterday too. Okay, I don't think I have anything more. I don't think I have anything more here. So yeah, I'm gonna end the reading here. I thank you all so much for being here. And thank you, Delilah, for being my first super chat. I really appreciate you. Yay, this is like a milestone live stream for me. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend ahead. I'm not sure if I'll be able to live stream this weekend. My goal is to at least try once, you know. Maybe, I don't know what day. I'll let you know, you know. I might just pop on. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for possibly subscribing. Thank you for your time, your energy, your presence, and for engaging with me in the chat. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.